Norman Rockwell's painting, Town Meeting, says more than words can about how Vermont values local government.
As a general rule, you let the issues that were brought up.
For nearly 70 years, elected officials from all 251 towns in Vermont gather for the annual Town Officers Education Conference. It's a chance for select board members, town clerks, and listers alike to learn about the changes to the law and meet face-to-face with their colleagues.
It is for the education of what their job is. If you're a new select board, there's things that you can learn about how to do your job. A lot of it is information, but it's also education and training, you know, as to what that person's job is all about.
University of Vermont Extension helps organize the conference. It's held in 3 locations around the state, and the annual attendance numbers about 350. Since there's no one handbook for leadership, newly elected officials take notes from their more experienced peers about grand lists, current use, and public access to documents, while new laws on the books keep longtime town officials up to date.
Because they're new officials in their town, so they want to have some information and some training. The old ones, the ones that have been coming for years, I think they enjoy the camaraderie and seeing people from other towns, talking with people in the same position that they are in other towns, and problems that they have or successes that they have, and I think that's why they come back.
Do you remember that first town officers training?
Oh my gosh, that was too long ago.
1975. Janice Arnold is the lister for the town of Grand Isle. Listers determine property values. Arnold has been an elected town official in Grand Isle for 35 years, and she never misses the annual Town Officers Education Conference.
I feel it's very important to attend these seminars because legislature, everything that we do is governed by the legislature. And almost every year, they make changes. And if you don't go to these seminars and understand how to do things from them, you get behind and you're not doing your work right. And if you attend the seminars, if you have questions, you're able to ask and get answers. And if you don't go to these sessions, you lose.
One of the sessions Arnold attended this year was on taxing renewable energy projects like wind turbines and solar panels. There are no large-scale renewable energy projects in Grand Isle, not yet anyway. And when there are, Arnold wants to be ready.
These solar farms, so to speak, are popping up all over. We want to be prepared in case some do fall into this area. At least we'll have a little bit of knowledge as to what and how to do it. Because right now they're not taxing anything under 10 kilowatts, I believe it was. So we wouldn't fall into that anywhere yet. But I'm sure eventually we'll have them, just like everybody else.
Here's a couple of examples.
Brad Luck is attending his first Town Officers Education Conference. He was elected to the Selectboard in Essex Town in 2012. For Luck, this experience helps him learn leadership that can't come from a book or in school.
I have a degree in business and political science and soon a master's in public administration, but all of those classes and experiences don't really prepare you for actually governing, so to speak. That's kind of a nuance in and of itself, so it's something you have to kind of learn as you go and also but find opportunities for personal and professional development.
One-on-one communication is the best way you can because
Luck is new to public service and to this conference. But when it comes to why it's important for public officials to attend an event like this, he sounds like a seasoned veteran.
I really feel like it's a personal responsibility to continue to learn and develop, and I don't think that happens naturally just by serving. I think you have to seek other opportunities to educate yourself to become a better legislator, a better person in government.
Public meetings, but public records one speaks more profoundly, I think.
The keynote session of this year's conference was a panel discussion about what approaches town governments can take for effective communication between officials and citizens. For Luck and Arnold, good government starts at home.
I grew up here, so I have a long-standing relationship with our community, you know, of being involved at a young age. I work here at Essex Junction Recreation and Parks, where I first started working when I was 15, so it's natural for me to want to serve and be involved. And I understand it's not for everybody, and you know, everybody has a voice in some way to the government, and they can provide that voice via email or phone call or attending meetings, and some people choose to serve and others, you know, serve on committees, so we all contribute in different ways.
I was born and brought up here, and I have an interest in the town and want to see it go in the right direction. And if I can help by doing what I do, so be it. I'm here. Very seldom miss work, and hopefully I do a good job for the people.
In service to a town and to Vermont, town officers are by the people and for the people. In Burlington, I'm Keith Silva with Across the Fence.
Great. Yeah. Just follow and lunch is right the next.